Hey guys, and welcome to what was one of my weekly challenges. I'm a Rubber Duck of War, and today we are seeing Dragonborn the Mighty take on my no-cav Slaanesh build. So what I did was I put up a build every now and again, every week or two, and challenge players to get the best replay with that build. And this is Dragonborn's attempt with my glorious Slaanesh build, which involves 0 cavalry. Now, cavalry is very, very potent and deadly, particularly in Domination for Slaanesh. So taking them without it, of course, is quite a handicap. We have some marauders of Slaanesh with spears on the low ground there, the spawn of Slaanesh in the back, and double great Keeper of Secrets. So a basic Keeper of Secrets and Nkari leading the battle charge. He is going to be coming in with Will in Prey, Wit Stealer Sword, Lash of Slaanesh, Acquiescence, as well as Phantasmagoria. Something along those lines. That's the word we're going to be saying and sticking with. So quite a small build to start with, and it gets basically a lot of infantry and more elite troops and monsters as the battle does progress inwards. His opponent today shall be the forces of Nurgle. Quite a tough matchup for Nurgle, I find. We do have double Cultist of Nurgle. Very potent and deadly. Summons just such good utility units in both land battles and Domination. We have some Spawn of Nurgle, and it looks like some Forsaken. So relatively similar builds in a way, kind of going wide, both having like Spawn and Ground Forces and so on. And then we do have a Glorious Hero of Nurgle up in the skies on his Plague Drone, which is probably my favourite way of bringing him in general, as he can be quite an easy target on the ground sometimes. Now, on his little chair, he's very tanky, but just on foot, there's a lot of potential for him to be sniped, and even on his chair, Double Keeper of Secrets really would take him out quite quickly. So I like the fact that he is up in the skies in relative safety. Early doors, got a Cultist of Nurgle moving around to Objective 1, looking to apply a bit of pressure on that. Second Cultist of Nurgle moving towards Objective 3, and of course they have the summon to protect them if things do get hot and hairy. Elsewhere, though, we have Forsaken pushing in to the middle alongside this Herald, and it looks like we are going to be seeing a Beast of Nurgle being summoned. Not a bad inclusion whatsoever. It will help duel with some of the large entities, but this is definitely what the Slaanesh player should be doing. We've got some Demonettes of Slaanesh being summoned in. Bomb rush this tiny infantry corps in the middle, just destroy it. It's free real estate. Looks like the Keeper of Secrets are going to be bouncing out this side instead. We're actually getting a pin going down in the Cultist of Nurgle. A really expensive spell, one that looks gorgeous, may I add, with the fiends jumping up all and around. But if it does enable them to pin in the cultists and assassinate them quickly enough that they can't, unfortunately, really use their summon effectively, it's certainly going to be worthwhile. And Nkari, one big hit, takes a decent chunk, about a quarter HP off that pesky cultist. Now, it looks like the Mighty Hero of Nurgle is going to be swarming in there. We have Plague Bearers having to be panic summoned as well, just to try and get some uses out of them. We get a big fat whip lining up there down the line. They're doing some nice damage, ripping rotten flesh from bone. It looks like this Cultist of Nurgle is going to be going down here. He's terrified and running for his life, and the summon has been all but wasted. In the middle here, we do have the Demoness of Slaanesh, plus the Spawn is ripping and tearing into the Forsaken. Been a very decent start to the battle damage rise for Slaanesh, so the map control is certainly in Nurgle's favour. And now we have the Beast of Nurgle plus the Hibbity Hobbity Toads on the way. Keeper of Secrets will love this. Slashing and just carving open a bloody path of ruin into the body of the Beastie Boy. And I love this model. The Keeper of Secrets is so freaking cool. Slashing and dashing. Doing some really nice work. But we do, of course, have the Plague Bearers still in here. Might be able to assist and overwhelm this central point. On the far side, Nkari has chased considerably just to finish off this one lone cultist. He's putting debuffs on him, trying to get rid of him. The Herald of Nurgle is actually going to be bomb rushing down to attempt to save his mighty ally and hero, which is a risky play because if Nkari does turn around, the Herald of Nurgle will be killed in just a handful of hits. So definitely wants to do some hit and run, get back around the skies where possible. More Exalted Demonettes have been summoned, so we've got some basic ones and Exalted moving towards the middle objective. Should be able to help out now. Those Plague Bearers going down to a big boon here for the forces of Slaanesh, of course. Are about to be rear attacks. Now they've got Spears and Spawn facing the Beast of Nurgle and Plague Toads. Should be a relatively effective trade for Slaanesh, and they are quite comfortably claiming this middle objective. We're going to see yet another summon of Plague Bearers come down, though, to help contest and hopefully do some damage to the Exotic Demonettes. They will go down very quickly, but likewise, they can do some decent damage. Exotic Demonettes are still basically naked and, of course, are being poisoned, and they are charming their opponents. I don't think it's an easy job charming a Plague Bearer of Nurgle, but these ladies certainly know how to do it. And the Mighty Boy up in the sky is well doing some awesome damage. Big old, almost like a crab attack or a spider doing some awesome work there. On the far side, Spawn of Nurgle have captured Objective 1, and it looks like Objective 3 is no one's just yet. That Hero of Nurgle has been pinned in place by Slows, is desperately attempting to escape, and Nkari gives no dams, and it does some pretty decent damage. Looks like a big throw here from the Nurgle player, losing his Hero of Nurgle like that. There was simply no reason to really engage in combat with N'Kari there. Should have just stayed out of the limelight and they casted spells from the high ground. We have more spawn of Slaanesh coming in. It looks like the Cult of Nurgle was saved though, and the Herald may actually be able to stabilize himself. Here's popping one of his heals, so a nice little recovery from a bad situation there from the Nurgle player. In the middle fight, the Hippity Hoppities are trying their best. They are slowly dragging down the enemy. Spawn of Slaanesh are quite problematic, however, but it does look like the spears are getting dealt with. Beast of Nurgle needs to be activated once more and move into the middle of the fight because we have Demonettes running rampant on this central objective. At the moment, though, the Spawn do hold Objective 1, and it looks like Objective 3 neither player has. Someone needs to push for this, even if it's just this, like, Broken, Forsaken, or the Cultist, and start claiming some objectives, because Nurgle is certainly far behind at the moment, at least damage value-wise. Looks like we are going to be seeing a well-placed Acquiescence go down on the Beast of Nurgle, and the Mighty N'Kari with the Witstealer Sword active is doing devastating work, and N'Kari really can be an absolute powerhouse if they go on top of the right targets. Doing some really nice work, and the Beast of Nurgle not enjoying themselves at the moment. We do have Pox Riders being summoned to try and pin him and maybe surround and drag down N'Kari and at least apply a bit of pressure to the mid tier. It seems like that Herald did survive, which is very, very good news for Nurgle, as he can continue to cast spells from the safety of the high ground. I don't know if there's many flyers in this Nurgle build in general. Looks like we do have Marauders of Slaanesh and Demonettes being summoned, looking to apply a bit of pressure to that middle objective. Objective 3 is about to be claimed by Nurgle. It looks like the coast of Nurgle is going to be going down there. We do have yet another beast summoned and some Chaos Furies all being moved into the middle. We do get a painful miasma of Pestilence go down on the spawn. Hopefully going to enable the Nurgle forces to get a bit of a foothold in the central objective, which they've been lacking all game long. Pox Riders are pretty damn cool though. I love to see them in action. Look at them go. There's kind of this awkward like hoppity hop up and down. And they can be decent. I'm not sure this is going to be the best matchup or fight for them of their lives. They're doing decent work though against the Exotic Demonettes, carving them to pieces. But the Keeper of Secrets combined with N'Kari are anti-large monsters. And they're doing so much work. Nurgle actually really struggle up against large threats like this. There's a decent enough build up against such forces. Looks like the Chaos Furies are being charmed and dispatched relatively effectively. Beast of Nurgle is going to go down, but not before dragging down some Demonettes, which is a decent play there. And the middle objective looking a little bit threatened now. We've got more Plague Toads on approach. There's lots of single entities still here for the forces of Slaanesh. Furies have been summoned. And it looks like we've got Marauders of Slaanesh as well as Demonettes moving towards Objective 1. The mighty Cult of Nurgle ride to warn your allies is desperately charging back here, looking to pin the enemy in place. Not going to be a good day for the Spawn, I do not think. Though it looks like Objective 3 shall be claimed by Nurgle, so they're probably going to get the double cap here, which is nice to see. We do have some Glorious Toads hopping their way towards the middle objective. They're getting distracted and trying to aid in killing N'Kari, which certainly is not going well at all for the forces of Nurgle. They seem to have zero answers to him, and you can see he's got a decent amount of hit points on him at the moment. He does have the potential to heal up as well a little bit, and N'Kari as well as the Glorious Keeper of Secrets keeping all these Toads busy. The Herald wisely staying in the high ground there away from the enemy. Nurgle player is certainly making massive mistakes here. Moving the Plague Toads into the middle is not the way to go. He needs to move them around the outside, claim these side objectives, or, don't just keep feeding the giant single entities because they're very scary. If you feed N'Kari, N'Kari will devour you. Beast of Nurgle is trying his hands here up against the Spawn of Slaanesh, doing some okay work. Looks like Marauders with spears as well will be coming in to finish off the beast. It survived a relatively long time though. We are about to see a Miasma of Pestilence go down on N'Kari once more, trying to help out that glorious Beast of Nurgle in that pitched fight. And it looks like Objective 3 is going to come under a bit of pressure and scrutiny. Marauders of Slaanesh are on the way to deal with this Cultist of Nurgle. And it looks like we have some Plague Toads on the arrival. They should do a decent job combined with the Cultist to deal with this unit of spears. Although there is a Soul Grinder. Oh, hell yeah, I'm never going to see a Soul Grinder. Soul Grinder has been summoned by Slaanesh. It is scuttling forward. Nice and aggressive. Big free single entities there, going to be rather scary stuff. Good play by the Nurgle player, pushing forward aggressively to keep the enemy off Objective 1 for as long as possible. Spawn doing a fantastic job, saturated with this Cultist of Nurgle. They're going to be able to beat back the Furies as well as more of Slaanesh Spearmen here. Nice play by the Nurgle player, holding on to the objectives for now, though I'm sure his damage value is miles behind Slaanesh at the moment. It looks like the Soul Grinder is just chilling in the middle, happy to hold this objective. It seems like Exotic Demonettes will just about be able to beat back some of the enemy. More Toads are being summoned. This Nurgle player definitely has a Toad fetish, and he's trying to support his Beast of Nurgle where possible. But look at N'Kari go. The Keeper of Secrets is just taking notes, like, oh my god, okay, this is how I kill the enemy. This is what I must do. And watching N'Kari go about his butcher's work, do some massive damage. The Toads are going to surround these large entities once more. We do have the support of some Furies. And it seems like we get a sweet sorrow go down the Exalted Demonettes there, trying to buff up all of these troops. The objective is secure, but not massively. We do have a Cultist of Slaanesh coming in, speeding forward with that glorious sweet sorrow, and that's going to give her quite some pace on her as she does rotate round towards objective 3, which is currently still being claimed by Nurgle. The Toads got here in time, though the cultists may be going down. They're going to be able to duke it out with the spears, which is going to be a relatively okay trade. The bonus versus large is certainly going to hurt them, but if they can hold this objective, that's certainly good news. They have a dominant lead at the moment ticket-wise, 2,400 tickets to 1,800, but with the cultist Slaanesh over here, it looks like objective 3 may be switching hands once more. In the middle duel, the Heralders are healed up considerably due to the fact he's just been casting spells all day long. Beast and Nurgle is about to get slaughtered despite all the debuffs going down on Nakari. He doesn't really care. And the Keeper of Secrets is doing some glorious dance moves there, slaughtering many a toad with some spins. I just love the animations, and all the hands as well allow for some pretty hilarious dance moves. More Furies are being summoned to apply a little bit of pressure here to the spawn of Nurgle as well as the enemy Chaos Furies. Slow motion Soul Grind as it rears up into the skies and comes crashing down with the weight of 1,000. I don't even know what Slaanesh would really do. Like 1,000 horny cries. So the Soul Grinder comes down and starts beating up some Chaos Furies. The Mighty Spawn are trying their hardest as well, but it looks like they are getting hit by that Musk. And that should allow the Soul Grinder to beat through and hopefully claim objective 1 because they've been struggling to get to grips with that side of the battlefield. Spawn are being summoned though to come bring the pain. Slaanesh forces in the middle did a decent job just carving their way through Plague Toads who are trying their little heart out. More Plague Toads being summoned. I really do not feel these are the answers for Nurgle, but maybe he doesn't have too many other options. I don't know where his backup army is. We'll have a little look at the end, but they're just getting killed one after the other, and this is what happens when you feed Nakari. Nakari gets value. He's nearly at his healing cap as well. He is currently up to 6,700 value, and the game's not over yet. It looks like Slaanesh are applying a lot of pressure now towards the objectives. They still are getting 2-to-1 capped, which isn't good news for them, but this objective's looking really open, objective 1, and Nurgle aren't exactly the speed demons of the West. They're not going to be able to whip round here very quickly and claim this objective, so it looks like it is going to be going for Slaanesh. Objective 3 as well, there's a potential for a triple cap from Slaanesh. It looks like the Heralds forced himself down into combat, and the Toads were well handled, it seems, now that the fact the cultist Slaanesh was able to come over and bolster the ranks of the Marauders, and it seems like the triple cap is well and truly among us. We have some Forsaken being brought over to try to claim and wrestle back objective 3. We do not, I think a 2-to-1 cap probably still would be enough right now for Slaanesh to catch up. So Nurgle need to fight a little bit harder, but it is certainly looking like a done deal at the moment. Nakari and Keeper of Secrets are vibing in the middle. There's no even need to really drag these units off the battlefield. To be safe, I would de-summon a lot of these units, despawn them, and bring them in full health again. But yeah, objective 1 does seem to be getting claimed here by the Marauders of Slaanesh. We even have some Demonettes of Slaanesh running over here as quickly as possible to hopefully claim that objective for the good. I don't think there's much Nurgle can do here, unfortunately. It looks like we're going to get a big blob in the middle for the forces of Slaanesh. And I'm pretty sure that is going to be GG. There's nothing Nurgle can do at this point. They're kind of summoning units 1 or 2 drips or drabs at a time. And it is a scary triple cap. It looks like Nurgle might be able to claim back objective 3 perhaps, but it will only be for a brief memento. And yeah, wherever the giant exalted demons go, death follows. And the Keeper of Secrets are a real standout today, keeping the enemy ranks fully and well and truly at bay. It looks like actually it's a little bit closer than expected. I was fast forwarding that because I thought it was game over. A very close game. Look at the tickets, 4,500 to 4,100. But with the triple cap, there's certainly no way. Held going down now to the Keepers. They eventually get their prize. It took them all game, but they got there in the end. Very well played, both these lads. A few mistakes on both sides, but I still thought quite a fun game. In particular, I wanted to showcase this game as the winner of the weekly challenge for the damage dealt by Nakari. 8,496 gold value is pretty damn disgusting. 71 kills. That is what happens when you feed the big boy. 2.9k on the other Keeper as well. Not too shabby whatsoever. What was in the Nurgle reinforcements? Yeah, they were doomed from the start, I'm afraid. Not the worst build, just coming up. You don't necessarily expect to come against double Keeper of Secrets, but there is nothing here to help duke out with the Keepers, unfortunately. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Until next time. Oh, well, if you enjoyed, feel free to like, subscribe, and comment and all that good stuff. But if you did enjoy, until next time, peace, peace. And as always, stay awesome.